Hello and welcome to the Ridiculously Good VA Show with Tracy Daviero. If you are a virtual assistant or want to be one, this is the place to learn the tips and tricks you need to become a ridiculously good VA. I've been a part of the VA industry since 1998, and I'm excited to get to know you and help you build an amazing business. Let's go. Hey there, welcome to another episode of the podcast that teaches you how to be a ridiculously good virtual assistant. Today we're going to talk about imposter syndrome, what it is, and how to kick it to the curb. Today's quote is from Dr. Margaret Chan, and she says, "There are an awful lot of people out there who think I'm an expert. How do these people believe all this about me? I'm so much aware of all of the things I don't know." If this doesn't describe the feelings that many of us virtual assistants feel on a daily basis, I don't know what does. This quote is great for today's topic because I want to begin with the fact that people do think you're an expert. It's usually only us that thinks otherwise, unless we let it rule us, and then others will start to think it too. Let's go. Have you ever said these things to yourself, either in your head or out loud? I'm a fraud. Who am I to be doing this? What if I get found out? I don't really know what I'm doing. I just got lucky. I'm not an expert. I'm not even good at this. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not good enough. Everyone else knows what they're doing except me. I can't do this. Why does anyone want to hear my opinion on this? Is today the day someone finds me out? This is not going to last. I better enjoy it now. I can't charge someone for this. I just want to help people. These are all statements and questions that get dumped into the idea of imposter syndrome. We feel like we're not good enough to do what we're doing, to charge what we charge, to work with who we work with, to speak out loud about how good we are. It's a real and very common feeling. As a virtual assistant, many of us are women who came from secretary-ish type roles where someone else was the boss. We were the assistant. Someone else got paid more than we did to do the important stuff, and we just looked after the back end stuff, and we helped them get it done. There was always someone higher up than us in every company and every job we had. So now, as a business owner, our own VA business, it can be a hard transition to see our own value and to really showcase it to others. We are the highest up in our own company, and it's a new place for us to be. And we can have feelings of inadequacy, maybe just sometimes, maybe often. But make no mistake, we are qualified to do what we are doing. You are a smart, capable, skilled, educated, and experienced professional. So why does it feel like everyone is going to find you out one day and it's all going to be over? Why is it that you look at others and think they have it, they know what they're doing, they must be smarter than me? They aren't any smarter than you. They might look like it on the outside, but how do you know that they aren't feeling the same thing as you are right now? I'm here to tell you that is not just you. Imposter syndrome is crazy common. I found a study on HubSpot that says 82% of people have suffered from it at one point or another. 82! It doesn't discern women, men, young, old, experienced, or brand new. It doesn't matter where you are. And it even affects people at different stages of their business. If you're growing, you might feel it. If you're struggling, you might feel it. It can cause fear, anxiety, depression, self-sabotage, self-doubt, and a whole host of other icky feelings. It's exactly as Dr. Chan puts it. I'm so aware of all of the things I don't know. We focus on what other people know that clients seem to want or need. I am so aware of what some other people know that I don't know, as I'm sure you are too. But that does not mean that we need to learn that thing. She also says, as a reminder, that there are an awful lot of people out there that think I'm an expert, that think you are an expert. And you know what? They're right. I am. You are. We are. So how then do we kick imposter syndrome to the curb? Well, for starters, it begins by not being the only person that you talk to every day. For some reason, we seem to think that being a one-woman show means doing everything ourselves. Even though we teach our clients that they need help, we somehow don't think that we are supposed to get help for anything that we are struggling with. And flying solo definitely impacts how we think of ourselves. As a matter of fact, I found so many ways to help banish imposter syndrome that I'm actually going to do this episode or this topic in 2 parts. So here we go with the first few tips. Adjust your inner monologue. I came across this quote and I loved it so much I knew it was how I wanted to start this topic off. And it's from Arianna Huffington. And she says, I wish someone would invent a tape recorder that we could attach to our brains to record everything we tell ourselves. We would realize how important it is to stop this negative self-talk. What you say to yourself matters. Keeping an eye on what you're saying out loud is easy, but you also need to be extremely mindful of what you're saying in your head. If you're anything like me, I can look at the clock at 2 p.m. on any given day and realize that I haven't actually said a word out loud. If there's nobody here, sometimes I just work. No meetings, no words spoken aloud. But boy, let me tell you about the hundreds of conversations that I have with myself in my head. All damn day I talk to myself, and some of it is not kind. We don't do it on purpose, it just happens. I remember reading that it takes the brain hearing 5 positive thoughts to crush 1 negative thought. 5 to 1. Our brains are one of the most powerful instruments on earth. If the brain cannot think positive on default, how do you suppose you can? It's why the positive thinkers of the world tell you to speak affirmations or stick up positive post-it notes where you can see them daily. Your brain will react to the positivity, even if it's not verbal, but being able to help it along makes a huge difference. It's manifesting what you want without all the woo-hoo. Not that there's anything wrong with woo-woo, but it's just not my thing. Number 2 is focus on your value. What we do comes easily to us, right? I know what I do does. You've heard me say that a business coach of mine years ago used to say that what comes easiest to is what you should be charging the most for. And that's always a writer downer. Let me repeat it. What comes easiest to you is what you should be charging the most for. It's an awesome idea. It is your expertise that you should be selling to your clients. But so often we don't even recognize the true value of what we're doing for our clients, that thing that comes so easily to us. We think everyone knows how to do what we do. They do not. Not our clients, not even other virtual assistants, not even me. We are all unique and we know what we're doing. You know what you're doing. If I asked you right now what value your clients get from hiring you, what would you say? So many virtual assistants struggle with this entire concept. They simply can't articulate it when I ask them. But did you know that if you were creating regular marketing content, the words would come much more easily to you? Think about it. What do you put in your content? How do you specifically help your clients? Why it's important for your clients to get support? How they can work with you and how you can make it easy for them to do that. All value. Value, value, value in all of your content. And remember, your brain will also hear it. They'll hear your value when you're creating content like that every single day. It's a super duper easy way to focus on your value and kick imposter syndrome to the curb. Create great content. Number 3 is know your stuff. That goes totally hand in hand with what we just talked about. What do you know how to do? What can you do for your VA clients? I want you to document all of your expertise. I mean, write it down. Concretely seeing what you're capable of in writing helps to reinforce it for you. You can see your skill sets, your expertise, and your value. You can't showcase it to other people if you truly don't know it yourself. And seeing it written down is so much better than just keeping it in your head. If you've done my skills inventory, you will have done this already. Think about every job you've ever had, every training you've ever taken, every volunteer opportunity, every hobby that you have. What are the things that you've learned and how can you apply those to the services you offer or your business? And not everything will fit, of course, but some of it you may have totally forgotten about, and it's a really good reminder. You know much more than the things you talk about every day. That I can guarantee you. A lot of VAs think only about their last job or role when they're coming up with their service offerings. But the list of things that you know how to do and that maybe you want to do goes way beyond that. So write it down, reinforce it for yourself, and then just tell others about it. Writing it down will also show you the gaps. What does that mean? It means you will see, what do you not know? That thing that you don't know, learn it. Now, that doesn't mean go and learn social media if you don't have clients yet, or if you think that other VAs are offering via social media services. It means learn how to use the CRM that your audience is using if you offer customer service or executive admin service. Things that can help you do a little bit better at the things that you already know how to do. That's what I mean by learn what you don't know. Look for those gaps in what you don't know already. What can you add to your service offerings to augment what you already know how to do fairly easily, but that will set you apart from other VAs? Remember, we're talking about imposter syndrome here. So nothing robs your self-confidence more than trying to learn social media, not being totally sure what you're doing, and then trying to find clients, sell them, and charge them for services that you're not comfortable with. Work with what you know already, your stuff. Do the best you can at it and make sure that you shine. Now, I'm going to leave this episode here for this week, but I have so much more to share with you on this topic of imposter syndrome, and I want you to know that I can help you with it. That's literally the reason I'm here, to help you become a ridiculously good virtual assistant. This is exactly what I help VAs do. As a VA coach and trainer, I help you set yourself up for success, helping you fix the specific things that are going wrong in your business. When we work together, either privately or in a group, we talk specifically about your business and you. There is no one-stop solution for everyone when it comes to a service business like your VA business. I can help you get clarity around your issues and cheer you on as you walk through the steps to complete them. I've helped hundreds of VAs through their challenges and got them on their way to growing their business and the lifestyle that they dream of, that you dream of. And I would love to do the same thing for you. You can work with me privately, or you can join the Virtual Circle, my mastermind group for virtual assistants. You can check it out at yourvamentor.com/TVC, as in the virtual circle. I bet it's exactly what you need to start running the VA business that you've dreamed of. Reach out to me if you're interested. That's all I've got for you this week. I will see you with part 2 next week. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Ridiculously Good VA Show. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. For more great resources for your VA business, visit my website at yourvamentor.com. I'll see you back here next time.